Hello, it's JaidynReiman once more, and we are back to Octopath Traveler to begin Cyrus Chapter 3. Make your way to Stonegard after learning that the original copy of the tome you seek might be there. You can't help but feel that someone's been watching you. In Crest, Cyrus used powers of deduction to get to the bottom of a series of kidnappings, perpetrated by the depraved scholar Gideon, who was harvesting the villagers' blood for his dark research. It was in Gideon's sickening laboratory that Cyrus discovered it, a translated copy of From the Far Reaches of Hell. Though the history of the dark arts intrigued him, he could not sit idly by while his peers used knowledge for evil. And so Cyrus came to Stonegard, where the tome was bound. Would he find answers here, or only more dreadful questions? Stonegard at last. I was exploring to see if I ever saw one. Talk about searching for a needle in a haystack. First, I should review where we stand. Like as not, the translated copy for Far Reaches of Hell was produced by a bookmaker in this town. Where I begin my search. Logically speaking, it would make most sense to begin at the source. Which means head straight for that building. The binary, of course. Where else? Huh? Very well, let the investigation begin.
Very well.
Yeah, there's a mysterious person right behind you. It's you. I sold a book of my making to Dominic, a translator. His home lies in the east side of town. The book's whereabouts. Well, no, it seems I owed this Dominic fellow a visit. I feel I'll find him in the workshop just east of here. But that house has been permanently blocked off. I cannot enter it. Beg pardon, is this the residence of...
Excuse me.
I don't know who you are, but I'm not in the mood for company.
My apologies.
If you could just spare a moment, kind sir, there's something I'd like to ask you.
Of your time.
I said I wish to see no one. Leave me at once.
Be gone with
He seems like a stubborn one. I'll have to find another way. Pray forgive the intrusion. A good day to you, sir. It might behoove me to find out a little more about our friend Dominic. He refused to take a talker to thee.
I see.
Quite. I need a different approach. You are looking most solemn. Is anything troubling you? I was thinking, wherefore would someone so mighty turn his back on others? The suffering in his voice was that of a man who hath been made to forsake everything. You're suggesting there's a reason for his behavior? Perhaps, I know not. But when I think about the life that he hath led, yes, quite. Something tragic may have befallen him. I need to find out more. Perhaps I can even find a way to help him. A good plan. Let us act upon it. Let us act upon it. That Dominic went and shut himself up from the world after his only daughter succumbed to sickness 15 years ago. Dominic had a translation commission he thought would earn him a fortune. Still rules the day he said yes to it, poor lad. Maybe that job was supposed to give him the money to save his daughter, and he never got paid for it. I was gonna save everyone, but I need money to make medicine. Some plants, patients just can't afford it. Sold some medicine to Dominic about 15 years ago, I think. Was filed by bother, as recall. Financially speaking, so I give him a discount. Yep. I dare say Dominic will be more talkative this time. Big pardon, Master Dominic. I am Cyrus, the scholar who called upon you earlier. You again? I already told you I don't want to see you. 15 years ago, who does Dominic lose to sickness? His daughter. What task Dominic has taken him to pay his debts? Translating a book. If my reason's correct, this is unlike why Dominic has coughed all kinds of the outside world. I don't mean to open old wounds, friend. But I have heard that you lost your dear daughter to illness some 15 years ago. Since then, you have secluded yourself and cut off all contact with the outside world. In order to procure the elixirs that might save your daughter, you needed coin, quickly and in large quantities. And so you accepted an unusual task. To wit, producing a translation from the far reaches of hell.
Yes.
Who told you this? The book that you translated is now in my possession.
Now then.
Clearly you are a scholar of great knowledge and wisdom. You took care to omit the most horrific passages, doubtless because you recognize the danger they posed. As an academic, I will not stand idly by his knowledge is used for purposes of evil. And so I ask you, who commissioned this translation from you? Come inside. Thank you, friend.
Many thanks.
But where should I even begin?
Listen. In truth,
15 years ago, a man came here to me with a request he said was of dire import. Strange, I can't recall his name. He was a scholar, and from his words one could tell his mind was as sharp as a blade. But what I remember more than anything were his eyes, which turned blood red with a zeal for knowledge that bordered on its obsession. Red eyes. Could be? No, perish the thought. They say in recent years he accepted a prestigious position at the Royal Academy in Atlasdom. Good gods, Headmaster Yvon.
it couldn't be.
Ah, yes, it's all coming back to me now. Yvon was his name.
Ah, yes.
He came to me a mighty inviolable tome in hand.
In truth,
That tome was from the far reaches of hell. I don't have to think twice. Knowing full well the danger posed by the forbidden knowledge within.
so.
Yes, I was not blind to the risk.
Yes.
And yet, what choice did I have? The medicines my daughter required cost a veritable fortune. I am but a humble scholar. So you followed Yvon's instructions to that letter. Yes, I translated that dreadful tome.
Yes.
All the while fearing for my life what horrors might come to pass if knowledge from the wrong hands. In the end, even the rarest of elixirs could not save my poor girl. Looking back, I believe this was divine punishment for my sins. Headmaster Yvon, whatever was the man thinking? So, no, they did pay him fine. He accepted it. They paid him, but no matter with the most offensive elixirs he could muster up, they couldn't save his daughter. You say the book is in your possession. I beg of you, promise me. I will see that it's never used to bring pain and suffering. You have my word. The pain and guilt you bear is surely beyond my understanding, but I hope this will bring you even a small measure of solace. Rest your heart easy, friend, as best you can. Cyrus, was it? You have my thanks.
You have my thanks.
Well, are you gonna keep hiding in the shadows, or should I end this charade? So you were wise to my presence. I knew I was being followed, yes.
Just so.
Fancy meeting you outside the academy. You're the headmaster's assistant, Miss Lucia.
Call me Lucia.
A pleasure. And why have you followed me here, Miss Lucia? Forgive me, Professor Albright. I meant no offense.
I apologize.
I overheard that you were investigating the whereabouts of a certain tome. A tome by the name of From the Four Reaches of Hell. Is that correct? And what if it is? What I'm about to say, I ask that you keep in utmost confidence.
In truth,
I have reason to believe Headmaster Yvon is plotting something unsavory involved with the self-same tome. So the thief who stole a book from the archives was the Headmaster himself. Of this I am all but certain.
yes.
The Headmaster's assistant I may be, but first and foremost I'm a scholar in my own right. I will not stand to see my profession's good name sullied by one who has used this knowledge in the name of evil. This is why you came here to seek my aid.
Indeed.
Yes, my intuition as an academic tells me you are a man to be trusted. As you may be aware, Headmaster Yvon hails from Stonegard himself. Yes, I was planning to investigate that very matter after I was done here. The house in which he was born still stands. Yet, there are ominous rumors about the place. I've asked his location, but I'm hesitant to investigate further on my own. And so I asked Professor Albright, pray lend me your aid. I see. Before I promise anything, I would see the house with my own eyes. I understand completely. You'll find the north side of town. Very well. Let's pay it a visit straight away.
Begin?
As whether or not I can cooperate, I'll give you my answer there. Is this acceptable? But of course. Thank you, Professor. I'll go on ahead and meet you there. Thank you, Professor. I'll go on ahead and meet you there. This is where Headmaster Yvon was born and raised. According to the neighbors, it has lain abandoned for some 20 years now. Ominous indeed. Well, shall we let ourselves in?
That's so.
What the? That didn't work. What is this place?
Oh.
Ah, Professor Albright, I apologize for this little ruse.
Professor Albright. I'd recognize that voice anywhere. So, we meet again. Headmaster Yvon. When I heard you were looking into From the Far Reaches of Hell, I knew your search would lead you here. And sure enough, you didn't disappoint me. Your mind is every bit as sharp as I thought it was. You sent Lucia to keep an eye on me. What a shame, my dear boy. A thirst for knowledge like yours is such a terrible thing to waste. So, what apprentice yourself to me, and I will overlook your trespasses.
How kind. I refuse. I am, shall we say, philosophically opposed to your stance on knowledge. I believe that knowledge should be shared, not hoarded for one's personal gain.
I thought you'd say as much. Most unfortunate, Cyrus. Most unfortunate. As you know, this is my house, and I don't get many callers these days. A smart man like you knows what this means, yes? When you starve to death here, no one will be the wiser.
She pretended to help us. Nice. If you think I'll get without a fight, you don't know me very well enough. Climb my way out doesn't seem to be an option. Now how do I get myself out of this predicament?
Now then.
A bone.
Professor?
Professor Albright? That voice, could it be? Hold on, Professor, I'll lower a rope.
Are you okay?
There you go, climb on up. Oh, Professor, I'm so glad you're safe. Therese. Did you come away from Alistum? But why? But why? I knew you were in danger. And so I came to warn you. That's quite enough, young lady. Therese. I knew Cyrus would come, but you have pluck for a girl your age. Yvon, let her go at once.
You think you can get away with this?
It's clear hostage negotiations never factored into your scholarly pursuits. Mark my words, Cyrus. Stop blaming my research, or the girl's life is forfeit. Wow. He just suddenly vanished.
Can't we settle this like a gentleman? This is the logical course of action.
I am ready.
I will not be defeated.
Let my arrow fly in true. Let my arrow fly in true.
That's not right.
What next?
What next?
I am ready. What next? Here comes. Holy strike, striking true.
I'll do my best. Here I go! Ah! I'll do my best.
Letting the hunt begin. Lightning, done my bidding. I am ready. Freeze!
Well then. Ah!
I am ready.
I'll do my best.
I am ready.
My turn. I am not made for such battles.
Or something.
Time to teach you a lesson.
I am ready.
Now, what next?
There's thunder.
If thou darest.
I'll do my best.
Yvon's cellar. Yes, this is the last room. Alright, so, we're gonna call it an end for now. But in the next episode of Octopath Traveler, we're gonna finish Cyrus Chapter 3. Until then, this is JaidynReiman, signing out.